on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Again, thank you very much. Welcome to Card Sharks. We are delighted to have you here with us. And as always, we thank you for joining us at home. You're very kind. And Mrs. Ann Corsi sent in the opening poem, watching us in Sylvania, Georgia on WSAV-TV Channel 3. Thank you, Mrs. Corsi. Now we're going to open up the board and get to the cards. Janice and Melinda, I love that move, Melinda, coming up there to deal out the cards and we'll meet our card sharks. Hello there, Tom Foley, our champion.
Hi, Jim.
Good to see you again. I'm fine. And again, a little reminder about yourself, if you will, Tom.
My name's Tom Foley. I'm residing now in Long Beach with my beautiful wife. I work in Orange County for a major air conditioning firm. Our hobbies are fishing, which we do quite a bit of. And I love all sports, and I'm having just a fine time here.
And you're a good player, Tom, with one crack of the money cards, won $2,600 in cash. Doing very well. Our challenger is Teresa Cantrell. Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you again.
How are you?
I'm fine, and won't you tell us about you?
Okay, my name is Teresa. I am originally from Spain, where I grew up, and I left Spain in '77. I spent only a few months in the States when my husband get transferred to go to Guam, and I just get relocated to Guam. But, I mean, from Guam to California. And my dream was to come to the Card Shark, and here I am.
That's nice. Now, you were telling me, we were talking on the last show, that you got lost and you found out you lived near Tom. What happened there?
Okay, yesterday was my first day coming down here, okay?
Right.
So I get in all kind of wrong highway, taking all kind of turns. I ended up in Santa Monica, and then I went to San Diego Freeway, and then to Ventura Freeway. I finally got to here. So then, talking, you know, between show, I found out that he lived in Long Beach like me, so I asked him, please, would you lead me back to Long Beach? And he said, sure I do, you know. But you know what? He was speeding all the time, and I was scared.
Oh.
You know, I was driving behind him, and then all the traffic I'm not used to, because Guam is a little island, you know.
Sure.
And it's not that much traffic. So really it scared me, you know, driving so fast behind him.
See that?
I was trying to lose her so she wouldn't get here today and beat me.
She's leading right now. Delighted to have you both back here now. We play the best 2 games out of 3, and as Tom just said, Teresa is leading. She has game number 1. We're in the middle of game 2, but Tom has the lead in this one. He's moved over to a 9 as his base card, needing 2 cards. Teresa's uncovered a 4. She needs 4 cards. We pick up with question 3. It goes to you, Tom. You're both nice people. A pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Tom, we surveyed 100 women prison inmates. These are all women who are currently serving time in a California state prison. And we asked them, were you a Girl Scout? How many women inmates said yes, they were Girl Scouts?
Say a very strong percentage, very strong number were Girl Scouts, because I know there's a lot of male Boy Scouts that went to jail, I'm sure. I'd have to put the number somewhere around 47.
47 out of 100 women inmates were Girl Scouts. Higher or lower, Teresa?
Well, Girl Scout is something that is brand new for me. We don't have that in Spain, okay? So I don't really know that much about what Girl Scout is, you know. Right now, my oldest daughter is in Brownies, you know. So I'm learning. I'm still learning everything around the States. But I said that if it's very a strong thing, you know, since like if all the girls want to go to Girl Scouts, you know, and be a brownie.
Well, since you're not that familiar with it, I would have to say, and I think Tom would agree, that not all girls belong to Girl Scouts. It's a fair assumption, but it is a well-known organization.
Yeah, but I think that it's a very well-fair organization, and I mean, it's like a dream. The way I see it on my daughter is it's like a dream for her, you know, to be on Girl Scouts. She's in Brown, and she's dreaming to grow a year older so she can go. So I said it's going to be a little bit higher than what Tom said.
You say higher, even more than 47.
I do. Yes.
I felt like John Charles Daly there for a moment explaining that. 47 for Tom, higher for Teresa. The actual number of women inmates who were Girl Scouts is 41, not higher, it's a little lower. Rather high number. And Tom, you left off with a 9 as your base card.
Let's change that one, Jim.
Winning the question, you can change it. An ace, a great
Let's
card.
go lower.
Lower than the ace. An ace.
I'm going to freeze there.
And with that middle card, Tom freezes, needing 1 card. Teresa needs 4, and we are at sudden death. Someone has to win this game right here. Teresa, we asked 100 married men. Generally speaking, when a man stops feeling passionate about his wife, does that mean his marriage is just about over? How many men said when a man stops feeling passionate about his wife, the marriage is just about over?
Well, I'm married. My husband is not very passionate, you know. So I don't...
I'm sorry to hear that, Teresa.
Well, you see, I'm used to European. Okay, European are more passionate, you know. They put it all there, you know. American men, I'm sorry for the Americans men that hear me, but they are kind of more cool, you know. Here they play cool. So I don't know, I'm not so sure about it, but I will say that it's only a break in a marriage. That doesn't mean that the marriage is going down the hill, you know. So I said it's just right on the middle, probably 42.
42. You know, listening to Teresa, I suddenly got an inferiority complex about being an American man. That's a terrible thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right, Teresa.
I didn't mean
Teresa
that.
says 42 out of 100 men said the marriage is just about over, Tom. Higher or lower?
I hope I'm not cool, because I know my wife is very passionate and very warm. So I'm going to go higher.
You say higher. More, you think more feel the marriage is over?
No, pardon me. I'm sorry. Lower than that. Lower than her number.
All right. Now that we've got everybody's thinking right there.
It's too passionate.
The actual number of men who said when a man stops feeling passionate about his wife, the marriage is just about over, is 15. It is lower. Very much lower. Tom, it is sudden death. You have an 8. You're up the middle. You could, of course, change it if you'd like and turn over 1 card. Teresa with a good base card of 4, but she needs 4 of them. You've got control. Play or pass.
Now, I know this isn't cool, and I hate to do it, but I've got to.
Oh, thank you. I love to play
Teresa,
it.
you're going to have to passionately turn over 4 cards for this championship. You've got
I
a 4.
will. Higher.
Higher
Come
than a 4.
Bait
It is a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. An 8.
Oh, my.
The middle at the halfway mark.
Oh, my. Oh, give me a lower card.
She says lower. No, it's not. Tom ties it up in sudden death. Oh, you had a long way to go there, Teresa. So we have a tie. Each player with 1 game and $100. That means we set up for the tiebreaker. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here. And Tom, we start the tiebreaker with a question to you. Tom, we asked 100 United States congressmen in Washington, D.C. Do you think we are going to have gasoline rationing in 1980? How many congressmen think we are going to have gas rationing this year?
I think that'd be a high number. Judging from the line starting up again, I think we're going to be in a situation over the gas. I'd put that somewhere around 78.
78 out of 100 congressmen feel we'll have gas rationing this year.
Well, gas is bad. I know that, you know. But you see a lot of things in here in Los Angeles that are pumping oil or something like that, you know. So I think the American is saving their gas for later, is the way I feel about it. So we don't want to have to worry too much. I think whatever we need, they're going to go ahead and say, here it is, American. We got it, you know. We save it for you. So...
Boy, do we hope she's right.
Oh, I really feel strongly about that.
How about the rationing, though? He says 78 out of 100
No,
congressmen
it's
feel
going to
we will.
be lower than that.
You say lower.
Lower.
Not that many. Fascinating to find out what the congressmen feel about it. The actual number of congressmen who think we are going to have gas rationing this year is 4. That's all. Just 4. And Teresa starts off the tiebreaker with a queen.
I don't know what to do. Go for?
You want to play it or you want to change it? That's your first decision.
Well, lower.
You're going to play the queen lower. It is a 5.
Higher.
She's the champion. If it's higher, she is. Tom, we have to say goodbye. $2,700 in cash. You did very well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Tom Foley. Come on down here, Teresa. Congratulations.
10 months in one to get this close to you.
Oh, my day. Well, listen, I'm not a very passionate American, but if you want to be this, we'll be right back, right after this. And everybody's rooting you on. Did you cut those money cards?
Sure did.
Let's make the rooting pay off. Come on, let's get over there for the big money. Go ahead. Here we go. Teresa, we're going to give you $200 of new money. 3 cards on the bottom line to bet as you will. Move up to the second level. We'll add another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're a nice lady. Here's $200. And remember, you can change the base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Melinda. We'll start Teresa with 200 and an 8.
Change that card, please. I mean, I don't
You
want
can
it.
only change it once. You must play this one. Well, 4 is much better.
Okay, this is a good card. Fairly good. Higher.
And how much money?
Oh, true. Oh, give me $50.
$50.
Yeah, I don't want to be greedy.
Minimum bet. She doesn't want to be greedy on a 4. She says higher. Well, you got a
Good card.
and you've got another 50.
Now, I bet 200 lower.
200.
But 100.
Oh, no, you can bet whatever you'd like. The 4 is like the equivalent of a
200.
queen.
The first choice is which one is true. Lower.
Okay.
200 lower.
$200 lower than a jack. She's right.
Yeah!
Whatever her logic, she is right, friends. $4.50.
Okay, I go $50 lower.
$50. Lower than a 10. Yes, a 2.
Yeah, good call. I love
Great
it.
card. We move it up and give you the other 200. Teresa, you have $700.
I mean, 600 higher.
$600 higher than a 2. Right.
Good.
Another 4. $1,300.
Okay, give me 300 higher.
$300 higher than a 4. A king.
Good card, good
Great card.
Okay, give me 900 lower.
$900 lower than a king. A 2 again. $2,500 and the second deuce goes up for the big bet.
I love it. Lower.
No.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous. Higher.
All right. All of it?
Oh, love it higher.
Higher.
I came with nothing, I go with nothing or with $5,000.
That's what you'll get. $5,000 if this is higher. Yeah! Well, Teresa, that's it. Come on down here. Way to go.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations. You got great call. I didn't know how you were betting, but you came out of it with $5,000. And we'll be right back with a new challenger in this fine champion right after this. We're sailing out 2 brand new decks of cards, and here comes the new challenger on Card Sharks. Bill Sweeney. Hello, Bill. Hi. Nice to have you here. You've met Teresa, of course. Won't you tell us about Bill Sweeney?
All right, my name is Bill Sweeney. I'm a salesman with a major pharmaceutical company. I want to tell you, Jim, I've been out here about 2 years now, and I'm going back to New York in a year. I promised my grandmother when I came out here that I would get on TV for her. So I went to Grandma, I made it.
Good. Grandma? Thanks for saying. Grandma's back in New York?
She's back in New York, and she'll be watching the show for sure.
Good. We are delighted. Nice to have you here with us, Bill. You cut the
Thank
cards?
you. Yes, I did.
And here we go. We start the best 2 out of 3 with a question to Teresa. Teresa, we sent our man on the street to Paris, France, where he asked 100 French bachelors. Do you consider yourself... Oh, remember we were talking about before with Teresa? Paris, France, he asked 100 French bachelors. Do you consider yourself an expert in the art of love? How many French bachelors claim they are experts in the art of love?
Oh, well, let me tell you. Like, you know,
I'm going to listen, too.
I'm Spanish. Okay, France and Spain is like cousin, third cousin. Okay, we have a lot of tourists over to Spain. One time in my teen days, I used to date a French guy. And let me tell you. Well, I better done.
Oh, okay.
I said they think they are very, very expert.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to put a high number. I'm going to say about 63.
63
Yes.
feel they are
Yes.
experts in love.
Yes.
Now the big question, are they?
Yes.
Yes, they really are. She says 63 out of 100 French bachelors say they are experts in the art of love, Bill.
I haven't had any experience with them, but I have a feeling, even if they're not good lovers, they think they are, and I think it's going to be higher than
You
that.
say
So we're
higher
going to go
than that.
higher.
The actual number of French bachelors who claim they are experts in the art of love is 78. Bill, you're right, it's higher. Bill, the challenger, starts off the match with a 9.
Let's change that card, please.
Changing that near middle card. Oh, to a middle card.
Well,
You're
let's
in the
go higher.
higher than the 8. Yes, a 10.
All right. I'm going to go lower on
He's
that
going to
one.
risk it lower. Oh, no. Oh, an ace comes up, and Teresa gets a free chance to play. An 8 as well.
It's a terrible car, you know. But I'm going to go lower.
Lower than the 8. No. Either player advanced, and now both players have that middle card, and of course, to get rid of it, you've got to win the question. Bill, we asked 100 people who have traced their family back to its roots. When you traced your family tree, did you find one ancestor in your past who you're ashamed to be related to? How many people found a skeleton in the family closet?
I know my sister-in-law goes way back. She's had someone trace her family tree and way, way back. I don't know if she found anyone to be ashamed of, to tell you the truth, but I think most people would. So let's say just a little higher than the half. Let's go 55.
55 out of 100. What do you think, Teresa?
Okay. My family is all Spanish. You say I am the only one that is married with somebody foreign, you know. So we'll keep everything very close, you know. We know where everybody comes from, you know. And but I'm sure some way back in my family, almost every family has somebody that they are ashamed. They call the black sheep of the family. They call me that when I left Spain. So on the future, they will say they have somebody. I said,
Bill said 55.
He said 55? I'm going to set, I'm lost. I'm going to set higher.
Higher, she said. I know they always say in my family my grandfather was kicked out of Ireland for stealing sheep. I don't know if it's true. Bill says 55. Teresa said higher. The actual number of people who've traced their roots and found an ancestor they're ashamed of is 18. It's not higher, it's lower. Bill, you got it. And Bill, now you can get rid of that middle card, the 8, if you'd like.
Let's get rid of that 8.
And the 8 becomes a 9.
Not a heck of a lot better. Let's go with the odds and go lower.
Lower than a 9. Yes, a 7.
I'm going to freeze there this time.
And we freeze with Bill having a 1-card advantage, and we'll be right back with question 3 right after this. Back, we're in the middle of game number 1. Bill has a 1-card advantage, and we pick up with question 3. Goes to you, Teresa. Teresa, we asked 100 senior citizen men. When you were a kid, did your father ever take you out to the woodshed and give you a good... How many senior citizen men said when they were young, their father took them out to the woodshed and gave them a good spanking?
Well, let me tell you, on those days, they believe on a spanking. It's not like now, you know, the psychiatrists come saying that you shouldn't punish your kids and spank it or anything like that. In those times, a good bell, you know, and 3 or 4 like that, kids is stray, you know, I believe it. So I get quite a few of my own, too, so I know. So I said it would be a very high number. So I go about 81.
81 out of 100 said, yeah, Dad took him out of the woodshed.
I agree with the reasoning, but I think that's a little high. I get spankings myself when I was younger, but woodshed, no. Back then, yeah, but not quite as high as 81. Let's go a little bit lower than that.
A little bit lower than that.
Yeah.
81 for Teresa, lower for Bill. The actual number of senior citizen men who said when they were young their father took them out to the woodshed and gave them a good spanking is 53. It is a little bit lower. Bill, more than half. And Bill,
change that card, please.
Now he wants to get rid of the 7.
All right, let's go higher with that.
Higher than the 3. A 10.
Let's freeze there, please.
And again, as Bill takes the 1-card advantage, he needs 2 cards. Teresa needs 4. Sudden death. Someone has to win it right here. Bill, we asked 100 married women. If a married woman decides to get a divorce and then discovers she's pregnant, should she stay married to her husband for the sake of the new baby? How many married women said if a woman decides to get a divorce, then discovers she's pregnant, she should stay married to her husband?
Nowadays, the feeling seems to be that a divorce situation isn't good for the kids. It's better to get divorced and not have to see the parents fighting all the time. I think it's going to be somewhat low. Let's say about 34.
34 out of 100, Teresa. Higher or lower?
Would you repeat the question, please?
Yes. How many married women said if a woman decides to get a divorce, then discovers she's pregnant, she should stay married to her husband? He said 34.
Well, he said 34?
34 said they should stay married.
When I got pregnant for my letter, when I was almost getting ready to get a divorce, and I didn't because the kids. I think kids, they need a father in the house. So I just going to go ahead and say higher than that.
Higher than that. The actual number of married women who said if a woman decides to get a divorce but then discovers she's pregnant, she should stay married to her husband is 36. Just a little higher. Teresa, you've got it. Teresa, sudden death. You have an 8. You need 4 cards. Bill with a 10 needs 2. Do you want to play it or pass it?
Well, I'm not a gentleman, but I am a lady, so I'm going to pass it to him.
All right, Bill, you've got to play the 10. Get them both. You win. 1 mistake. The game belongs to Teresa. What do you say?
Let's go lower with that one.
Lower with a 10. It is a 4.
All right, higher.
For the first game of the match. No! Teresa gets game 1. We'll be right back. Great card and it failed. Next time on Card Shark. Bye-bye.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Hamilton Beach's Super Fast Pop Air Electric Hot Air Corn Popper. Makes up to 4 quarts of delicious oilless popcorn in minutes, furnished by Hamilton Beach Scoville. And some of our contestants will receive from Mr. Coffee a gift pack featuring America's #1 coffee maker and genuine Mr. Coffee accessories, including an extra decanter of Mr. Coffee filters. Bissell's 2-in-1 formula, carpet shampoo and soil guard keeps carpets cleaner, brighter, longer, and an electro foam shampoo. Save time and work with Bissell. A set of glasses, and at Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers, there's more meat in our chili than most homemade recipes. Wendy's chili, more meat than Mama's chili. A garden tool set and Hyponex, makers of outstanding plant care and plant food products, including Hyponex and Hypostick. Hyponex helps make plants grow like crazy.
All right, honey, let me have it.
There's an easier way to see stars. Hollywood Squares weekdays on Game Show Network.
Productions.